And we are back rocking and rolling, taking care of business. Y'all know how we do. Sitting here getting it in. We talk some NFC West, some Los Angeles Rams football, dealing with Matthew Stafford, him crying about he only got $31 million in guaranteed money to play next year. Man, shut your weak ass up and get out there for that $31 million. See, that's what they should be saying to him. Get your old ass out there for $36 million, bro. What are you talking about? Sit your silly ass down. Anyway, then we talked about the Lakers and LeBron James, him leaving town after they lose Monday night, how I think it's more probable than not because he's got 90 million reasons not to stay in LA. We're going to jump back into the association. New hire. Juwan Howard. Stand up. Michigan man. He is one of the new coaches of the Brooklyn Nets. We got a little money on the program. We get a little money. Y'all know how we like to act silly with the money. Or maybe not. We got to get some. Yeah, get that money, pimping. Nothing's gonna stop you. Juwan Howard, he's back in the NBA. This is coming from the MI Live and AndrewCon.com. So Juwan Howard is back in the NBA. It didn't take long for the former Michigan man's basketball head coach to find a new job. Howard will join Brooklyn Nets as an assistant coach, and that's good for him. He needs this, in my opinion, because the dumpster fire at Michigan was becoming his mantra. So this is a good look, and his reputation rehab he needs at this moment. Now, the Nets, they also hired a new coach because they got rid of Jacques Vaughn, and his name is Jordi Fernandez. And Fernandez is the first head coaching job in the NBA, though he was previously the head coach in the G League. Not a bad look. Jordi Fernandez, G League record, he was 62-38. And he has consecutive appearances in the G League Eastern Conference Finals. You can see if the coach is a coach by heart, how does he coach? By grit and everything. And like I said, if it's one of these things where you can see that you can get to the top in the NBA or the G League has a ladder for not only players, but also coaches. So if I'm coaching my butt off in the G League and I know how to motivate these guys and I know how to turn most of them into good pros, it will hopefully lead to NBA employment. Fernandez is living proof of that. So, hey, look, he paid his dues. Congratulations to him. Look how it's worked out. And that's a real good story. I don't know why they won't tell these stories. That's a really good story. That gives every guy hope that going to the G League, if you played for Fernandez, then he built you up to a point where not only did you get the wins, not only were you looking at a possible championship, but you also went on to fulfill your dreams in the NBA. Why is that hard to sell? I don't know. The Nets went 32-50 this past season and missed the playoffs for the first time since 2018. They have not reached the Eastern Conference Finals since losing the NBA Finals in 2003. Now, here's what I feel that the Nets, be it New Jersey or Brooklyn, the thing that they tried to do was invent this big three. The big three concept of these guys coming together on the back end of their career to go ahead and make one final push and be this dominant powerhouse, that model needs to die. I would like to see a more systematic approach. All of these guys, when I watch the NBA, all of these guys coming together right now, to me, is not fun to watch. If I'm watching a mini all-star game, you should be doing that. When you get these smaller markets and they're developing guys and they're bringing guys in who didn't fit certain programs and other NBA teams, now it's more appealing to watch. I get more enjoyment out of watching the Lakers, well, not the Lakers, the Pacers, the Indiana Pacers, than I would if I was watching somebody like LA. Watching someone like LA. Now you can go and look at Denver. Denver's not a hell of a superstar team. Jokic is a superstar. Jamal Murray is a great player. He's not a superstar. He's a great player. Then you got Gordon. Eric Gordon is a great player. He ain't a superstar. They don't have a big three, but they got guys who understand their roles and they can play. You look on the flip side, Devin Booker is an amazing player. Devin Booker is a U.S. Olympian. He will be when they take the court in France this summer. Kevin Durant is an Olympian. Kevin Durant is a two-time NBA champion. Kevin Durant is a hell of a player. Bradley Beal is a former star that was out in Washington that's aging, and they put these guys together, and it's a cluster. Nobody wants to watch that. You bring in some pieces from Portland and Eubanks and Yusuf Nurkic, it's still the same thing. Not enough guys out there to know their role. Pause. Eric Gordon is a beast. That dude, wow. That dude is still out here playing, and that guy's still playing at a high level. Shout out to him. But I think Brooklyn is well served. You got Mikal Bridges. You don't know what you're going to get when he heals up. And that's the tall kid. What's his name? That's the tall kid. We did a story about him. And guys were saying that he didn't have any confidence. Doc Rivers didn't believe in him. Ben Simmons. Yeah, Ben Simmons. Yeah, they were saying because he went out for surgery. And this is like his second surgery or whatever, and he's in it. So you don't know what you're going to get out of Ben Simmons. Look around the league. I need somebody down who can block. I need to bring the big man centers back. One of the most heartbreaking things I can look at on TV is see Joel Embiid leading a fast break, and he shoots a three. I'm like, really? Bro, punish these dudes. He's arguably the best center in the game. Let's just stop there. But I understand you can shoot threes. But if they don't have a big man down low that can stop you, man, look, dump it to me down low. I'll turn around and pretty much dunk every time. Don't make it hard on yourself. That's just me. So I like everything about it. You know, Sean Marks is the general manager. He comes over from the San Antonio Spurs. And I think he had something really silly to say. He said, I think we look at the draft the same way every year. It takes the best available. If there's anybody in there that, wow, they're slipping, can we get in there at that particular pick? That would be important. Okay. And then he follows that up, with for us to go and say, hey, we got the 20th pick, we got the 44th pick. That doesn't do us any good for this year. It's gonna be strategic. So it got me to thinking, I'm like, wait. And I'm pounding the gavel because this is bullshit. Trust me, pie in the sky. The NBA will go ahead and, especially from that organization, they will pat themselves on the back and they will sit here and say that you're telling them the truth and that's the gospel. And I'm telling you that is epic bullshit, okay? Because when you refer to picks, sir, you don't have any. The Brooklyn Nets do not have any draft picks in this current system. So if you don't have any draft picks, what are you talking about? The only way I see this working out is if they nuke the roster and they go full rebuild. And that's not bad because, like I said, are you going to build around Michael, Mikhail? Are you going to build around Bridges? What's the whole deal with Ben Simmons? Because he still has value. So either you trade him or you play him. That's at the end of the day. You don't have a big three. Get that nonsense out of your head. You don't have any draft picks unless you're talking about attempting to buy your way into an NBA draft. And I've never heard of that. But again, this is the general manager, for the assistant general manager of San Antonio. Now he's the GM out in Brooklyn. San Antonio hasn't been relevant in the last 4 years. We talked about that when they had Wembanyama. Despite them having multiple picks and great guys to fit into that organization, out of the 8 guys that they've drafted in the last 4 years, 6 of them are still on roster. So if that's expectations defined, Brooklyn's in a lot of trouble. But this ain't about that. Today, this is about Juwan getting the job. Congratulations to him. Hope it works out. Hope that they contend in the Eastern Conference and be at least better than they were this year. Next year. Yo, we got more show. I got one more segment.